It's Valentine's Day in SpongeBob Tower Defense. We just had admin abuse and the game has updated. In this video we are going to check out the Valentine's Day event and open up some of the new parade presents and code crates. Let's go! SpongeBob Tower Defense has updated and look at how beautiful the lobby looks. It has a sort of pink hue and there are soaring starfishes everywhere. Very cool indeed. First off, let's take a look at the update log. What's new? The Valentine's event returns, which is correct because we also had a Valentine's Day event last year. We're going to take a look at the Valentine's event after the other updates. The Playtime prices have refreshed. Unlock new and exciting rewards just by playing the game. Let's take a look at the Playtime prices. Over here you can see the rewards. So interesting is the hydrodynamic spatula, which is the most powerful relic in the game at the moment. The premium dice, also interesting because this allows you a premium summon. This is a new mount, the SS Cheapskate, and there is a new prismatic unit in the Playtime prices, which is Hans, which is a hand, but very difficult to get. The old top reward in the Playtime prices was a secret unit called Maximus, which I never got. However, Maximus had a 1 in 50,000 chance. Hans has a 1 in 25,000 chance. I don't know why they changed it, but this is a better chance. Already 50 exist, which is kinda crazy. Also new code crates are here. And to get code crates, you have to watch the Krabby Crew live streams. And in the live streams, Zach will tell you the code, which you can enter in the shop at the bottom, and you can redeem a code crate. And in the shop, you also have the possibility of supporting your favorite SpongeBob Tower Defense content creator, who are called Starfish. I am not an official content creator for SpongeBob Tower Defense. Maybe in the future, I am supporting Maddie. But let's start with opening up my code crates. I just want to look at the details first. So you have a 70% chance at the food, 21% chance at a secret mount, I think, underwater heartbreaker, 9% chance at an exotic pet, and a very small chance at a prismatic unit, 1 in 1k, which is SpongeBob. So I'm going to open them up one by one. This is on Mythic Volcano Sauce. So the second one is being opened right away, which again is the Volcano Sauce. It has gone to exotic, so this is the new pet, Mildred's Pop. So let's take a look at her, Mildred's Pop. She has a +1 placement, plus 40% gold, and she does a decent amount of damage. However, if you are already rocking prismatic pets, you don't really need an exotic pet. Now I also have some premium dice left over from the admin abuse. So we can do some premium dice spins. Here goes the first. This is going to give me 10 units from the premium summon. SpongeBob the Incompetent, which is very nice, awesome. And another one, 2 SpongeBob the Incompetents, very cool. I am however still looking for Ringmaster Krabs. So this looked like he's not going above secret. You're getting a lot of Carls and Patricks. And we can do one more. This is a Carl, I think. Yep. So, one new unit, but no Ringmaster Krabs. Now, let's take a look at the Valentine's Day event, which is the most interesting part of this update. At least, that's my opinion. Valentine's Day Carnival. Help wanted. SpongeBob needs your help spreading the Valentine spirit. Earn. Get chocolate syrup from story, challenges and raids. So you cannot get chocolate syrup through boss battles. Spend. Use chocolate syrup to unlock exclusive rewards. So let's go to the shop. So here we see the rewards. For the most part you will get the syrup bottle, and there is 1 unit in the parade presents, which is Cupid SpongeBob, and there's a 1 in 1k chance for a shiny Wimbo Cupid SpongeBob. 44 already exist. There is a game pass for 2 times chocolate syrup, which I'm going to buy to make our life somewhat easier. And on the right side there is a reward ladder, chocolatier rewards. So if you collect 25k chocolate syrup, you can claim a shiny Wimbo Superstar Heartman, a new limited unit. So this will have a mint number, because it is a superstar. You can also buy the chocolate syrup. You can buy 10k for 1500 Robux. I'm going to try it. So there it goes. We just bought 10k chocolate syrup. So on the left side we can see we now have the 10k chocolate syrup. We get by 40 parade presents, which we are going to open up right away. So let's open them all at once. Here goes. So it's limited, but it's a limited reward. All the rewards are limited. I'm seeing a lot of chocolate syrup. I'm seeing a couple of Cupid SpongeBob and 1 shiny. We will be able to superstar him if we use star up potions. But to complete the ladder, we are going to have to grind the game. So let's see which game mode gives us most chocolate syrup. So apparently no chocolate syrup in boss battles. So let's see if that's true. It is true. You cannot get chocolate syrup from boss battles. You can get chocolate syrup from story mode. So this is Constraint 1 normal, which gives you 8 chocolate syrup. If we click on Davy Jones, this still gives you 8 chocolate syrup. Now let's look at one of the more difficult story modes. For instance, Camp Coral on Davy Jones. This also gives you 8 chocolate syrup. So for story mode, it doesn't matter which one you are choosing and doesn't matter which difficulty you are choosing. It will always be 8 chocolate syrup. So if you are going to grind story mode, you should grind Constraint 1 on normal, which is the fastest one. Let's just try one round of Constraint 1 on normal. Let's put it on 10x speed, start the wave. And I can also show you something else I created. I created a Superstar Blackjack SquarePants, which has the mint number 12. So a rainbow mint number. And I will be showing off my Superstar Blackjack SquarePants in another video. So this took us 32 seconds. And in total we now have 16 chocolate syrup. So 8 from playing Constraint 1. Plus we have the 2 times chocolate syrup game pass. So we now have 16. So in 1 hour Constraint you can get a little less than 1k chocolate syrup. So you would have to grind the event more than a day to complete the reward ladder. This is Islander the editor. I must have been a bit tired when recording this, because all of my calculations are off. So let me correct this. A round of Constraint takes you 32 seconds. Now let's say spawning in takes you another 5 seconds. So in total this is 37 seconds. In 1 hour there are 60 minutes times 60 seconds, which in total is 3,600 seconds divided by 37 seconds. In 1 hour you can do about 97 rounds of Constraint. So we are going to round this off. For each round you get 8 chocolate syrup. So we are going to do 97 times 8. In total you can earn 776 chocolate syrup for playing Constraint for 1 hour straight. Or if you have the 2 times chocolate syrup game pass, you will earn 1552 chocolate syrup. Now let's go over to challenges. We now have the Petty Vault, and the Petty Vault on Davy Jones gives you 25 chocolate syrup. So let's hop in and see how fast this goes. We're going to put it on 10x, just place a couple of Krusty Krabs to get the money going, which you kind of need in challenges. And I'm going to start with placing my Captain's Sack somewhere, maybe over here. And just place a couple of units, doesn't really matter. Whatever it takes to survive. This took us 1 minute 24. So this means you can do about 20 challenges in 1 hour. And a challenge gives you 25 chocolate syrup, which is 500 chocolate syrup in an hour. Editor here again. I was way off here. Petty Vault took 1 minute 24, so 84 seconds. Let's again add 5 seconds for spawning in. So in total 89 seconds. 1 hour is 3600 seconds. Divided by 89, you can do the Petty Vault 40 times in 1 hour. So let's round this off. And you get 25 chocolate syrup per round, so times 25, which means you can earn 1k chocolate syrup for playing the Petty Vault for 1 hour straight. Which, mind you, is not possible in challenges, because the challenge maps rotate. But let's say for playing challenges you can earn 1k chocolate syrup per hour. If you have the chocolate syrup game pass, you will earn 2k chocolate syrup for 1 hour. Now let's check out the rates. And a raid gives you 50 chocolate syrup per round. So let's just hop in and see how fast this goes. So let's make sure to put it on 10x again. And let's place a couple of Krusty Krabs, which you kind of need for raids. You need to get the money going. And let's start the wave. And I'm just going to place a Captain's Sack over here. And when I can, I'm going to place my first prismatic units. Now, raids are way slower than story mode and way slower than challenges. A raid will take you about 3 or 4 minutes, but they do, however, give you more chocolate syrup per round. So when we're done, we'll do the math and see what game mode is fastest for grinding chocolate syrup. So this raid took us 3 minutes. This means you can do about 20 raids per hour, and a raid gives you 50 chocolate syrup. So this will give you about 1k chocolate syrup per hour, which is about the same as story mode. I was close on this one. The Middle Ages raid took me 3 minutes and 4 seconds, so 184 seconds in total. Let's again add 5 seconds for spawning in. That's a total of 189 seconds. 1 hour is 3600 seconds divided by 189. You can do the Middle Ages raid 19 times in 1 hour. We are going to round this off. You earn 50 chocolate syrup per round. So we are going to do 19 times 50. In total, you can earn 950 chocolate syrup for playing the Middle Ages raid for 1 hour straight. If you have the 2 times chocolate syrup game pass, you will earn 1900 chocolate syrup. I did just notice that a challenge on normal gives you the same amount of chocolate syrup as a challenge on Davy Jones, and the same goes for raids. So let's check out how fast this goes. This was the Flying Dutchman on normal mode, which took me 1 minute 30, which is longer than the Petty Vault before. So challenges, it just depends on which challenge map you are playing. Now I'm going to check out a raid on normal mode as well. This was the Bubble Ball raid on normal, and this took me 3 minutes 15 seconds, which was longer than the Middle Ages raid on Davy Jones. So this will not make you more chocolate syrup. So fastest way for earning chocolate syrup is either Constraint 1 on normal or the Middle Ages raid, I guess on normal or on Davy Jones. Doesn't really matter. If you are going to macro this, my advice would be to macro Constraint 1, because that is a very easy macro to set up. There is a tutorial on our channel for setting up a macro on Constraint, so be sure to check that out. The editor here one last time. The actual fastest way of grinding chocolate syrup is by playing challenges. Raids are second, story mode is third. However, if you are going to macro, my advice would still be to set up a macro for either Constraint or for the Middle Ages raid. We have already earned enough chocolate syrup to buy one more parade present, which we are going to open up right away. Maybe we can get a shiny Wimbo Cupid SpongeBob. Or maybe we can just get some food, like a syrup bottle. I have another recording I have to get to after this one. When I'm done recording, I will set up a macro and let it run all night, and I will show you my progress in the morning.
1 eternity later.
This is the next day. My macro is still going strong in UgPhone. I've been macroing Constraint 1 on Davy Jones all night long. If you are interested in UgPhone, be sure to check out the link in the description of this video. In UgPhone, you rent a device or several devices, and on these devices you can run a macro. And this macro will run AFK in the cloud. You don't even have to leave the device open. So in the long run, this is better for your own device and it's better for your energy bill. Now let's head back to the lobby and see our progress. This has been a tough recording so far. My recording just got bugged, so I'm just going to tell you the progress we made. This has been a good grind so far. We earned 15k chocolate syrup, which meant we could claim several rewards in the Valentine's shop. So I claimed 5 parade presents, I claimed the heart balloon mount, and we claimed the normal Heartman. And we had enough chocolate syrup to buy 61 parade presents, which I already opened up, but I have no recording. But there was no shiny Wumbo Cupid SpongeBob in one of the parade presents. The highest I got so far is a shiny Cupid SpongeBob. Now let me show you the mount, because this is the coolest mount in the game at the moment. This is my new favorite mount. This is so cool. We are floating around in a heart balloon in Bikini Bottom. I'm digging this mount. You should also check out Survive Bikini Bottom, which is a game that is also made by Wonderworks Studio, the creators of SpongeBob Tower Defense, and it's basically the SpongeBob version of 99 Nights in the Forest. They also have a Valentine's Day event in which we have to collect heart relics, and when you collect enough heart relics, you can fly around in-game in the map in a heart balloon, which is very cool and very awesome. So be sure to check that out as well. Now let's take a quick look at the Heartman in-game. And this time I'm going to the Krusty Krab. So let's place down our Heartman right in the center over here. And his placement cost is only 2.5k. So I would count him as a starter unit. And his VFX is kinda awesome. He is exploding hearts all over the map. Bam! A lot of love going on in the air. Let's take a closer look. Bam! We are getting hit with hearts everywhere. So the Heartman is a limited unit. He is full AoE, and this is kinda insane. This is a normal Heartman. He is not shiny Wimbo. It's not a superstar. At base level, he does almost 6 million damage with an SPA of 0.1 seconds. But we should also look at his animation speed. I'm looking at his animation speed right now. I think it's about 2 seconds. So it's not a really quick unit, but I would say this is a really good starter unit. One of the best in-game. My normal Heartman currently has a power paddy on it, Sea Bear and Secret Formula. On max level, he does 7.8 million damage, which for a limited unit is kinda insane. I think the only limited unit which does more damage is the Kelp Shake Mr. Krabs. which is a line unit. The Heartman is a full AoE unit. In the end, full AoE units are more useful. At least, that's my opinion. There you have it. This is the Valentine's Day event in SpongeBob Tower Defense. I showed you the fastest way for grinding for chocolate syrup in this video to make it easy for you so you can claim this guy to the right of me, the Heartman. Let me know in the comments your thoughts, and if you like this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.